back, we are back here to discuss the issue of governance and security. And like I said in the previous broadcast that we've made, that security and good governance is not the sole responsibility of those in government. It is a collective responsibility of the people and those in government. And don't forget this. Those you call your governors or your senators or your rep members or your legislators in any level, whether at the federal or at the state level or even local government, they are your servants. They are your servants. But you see, the contemporary society we find ourselves in Nigeria today, these people occupying these offices see themselves as emperors. They see everything they do for the people as a favor, as just because it's just a privilege they are giving. They are just giving the people doing the people a favor. But the truth of the matter is that when you go to work after working and you get paid, it is not a government achievement. It is your entitlement. You are entitled to your wages. Likewise, the people in general, especially those who are paying their taxes, you are entitled to good governance. And that is why those in government is called public servant. They are there to serve the public, the interests of the public, and not the interests of their political alliance or party members or families and friends. No. But this is what we have in this part of the world. And what makes it so bad is that the people have accepted it as a standard. And that is why things have gone wrong. And we have looked at this and said that, yes, we observe that those that have been in government have used the instrumentality of poverty and hunger to beat the soul of the society down. That everybody is now afraid. We are all afraid for our lives. Yet, we cannot guarantee that life when we go out there. Still on the issue of open grazing, because this is one thing that has affected everyone. It doesn't matter your status in the society, because everybody eats food. But the problem is that some people, most people, majority of the people can no longer afford food for their families. Children are now going to bed with empty stomach. Our farmers can no longer go to their farms. Food crisis is knocking around because the farms are being destroyed and ravaged by herders who carry their cattle into people's farm, destroying all the crops, cassava, maize, yam. Sometimes they have to uproot already matured cassava and yam and feed it to their cattle. And when you challenge it, you get killed or butchered. It is no longer a news. So we cannot keep lamenting on this. Last week, I told you about a woman that in Imo State, a widow, crying, hopelessly crying, that they have come to destroy her. The only source, the only hope for her family have been completely destroyed. She gave everything she had to cultivate that land, and on the twinkle of an eye, it is destroyed. Now, put yourself in the position of this woman and many others that have already died as a result of this menace. The worst part of it is that the governors, your government representatives at any level, they act as if to say they don't care. No, they don't even care. They don't care because it doesn't affect them. They don't care because they don't go to farm. They don't care because even if the prices of food skyrockets, they can still afford it from all the money they have stolen in the past years in government, diverting public funds. And the people will always be the victim of everything. But shall we all fold our hands and do nothing? Even all of us, yesterday we went to church. And the church, in church you'll be given the hope of heaven. But how can an average man in Nigeria, ask yourself this question, how can an average Nigerian make heaven. Tell me, just tell yourself, I don't ask you, I don't know the way that it will encourage you, it will force you, it will persuade you to commit atrocities in order to survive. Tell me what aspect of your life. Even traders there, they know what they do to meet up because the system have collapsed. The hospitals, they are not working. So you have to go to private hospital, which is on the high side. Very expensive. Then you have to do everything. You can take bribe, you can adulterate products, you can bring in fake products, you can just do any shady deals in order to afford medical service, afford high education cost to send your children to private school, because the system has failed, the public system has failed, government have failed. This is the root cause of corruption and impunity happening in Nigeria as we speak, and it can never change. It is a recycled, occurrence. It keeps happening and happening. The only way to change it is that if the people can live above their fears and understand that they are the victim of the system, then they will rise. Because when government fails, the people should rise to fix it. Government is just like a vehicle. Government is just like a vehicle. It is even described as the vehicle through which the will and aspiration of the people is being carried out. Government is just like your car. When you leave in the morning and you are embarking on a journey, if your car breaks down, you don't just sit down and cry and pray. No. What you do is go down, fix it. If you can't fix it, get a mechanic to fix it for you before you can continue that journey. This is the state where we found ourselves in Nigeria, especially here in Igbo land and our neighbors, our brothers in the South region. The government have failed. The vehicle of our nationhood as a people have failed. And what are we doing? We are busy praying, fasting, and hoping on God to come down from heaven to do the needful for us. I'm going to play something because it is biblical. Because sometimes when I say things here, some people may think, oh, you are attacking the church. No, this is this. No, because our people are so emotionally attached to their religion. But as the churches and religious organizations and institutions are expanding, so as the impunities happening in our society. So I want you to listen to a Reverend Father Oloma. Listen to what he has to say regarding the issue of bad governance and the position of the people to act, because faith without works is useless. Listen to him and I'll be right back.
Now, it was not Jesus that removed the stone, and it was not Lazarus that removed the stone, it was those around him. Meaning that there are some things God himself will not do. I don't want to use the word cannot do, because God can do anything, but there are something he will not do, and then the victims themselves we cannot do, except you and I do it for them. So, sometimes you are the answer, or it is your action that God needs to bring a miracle in somebody's life. And when you do it, you become a partner with God in the mission of saving lives. Maybe God wants to make somebody a millionaire from a certain wretched family, but nobody has education there or even a business. But somebody has to have a business or education, and you are in a position to pay the person's school fees, or to university, or to empower the guy with a business. When you do that, you have removed the stone. It will now be God's work to bring that person from the level you're able to take him to the level no man can take him. James said, faith without good work is useless. Jesus did not do the miracle, so there are some prerequisites for miracles. These things must happen before miracles. James said, you can see somebody who is hungry and say, may the Lord provide. No, you have to do something. Sometimes God is asking us. So remember, there are things God will not do for those who are in need. And those people who are in it cannot do for themselves. It's only you and I who are standing by that can do it. And if you refuse to do it, you are owing God and the people. You'll be held responsible. And then Jesus said, remove the stone. And when they removed the stone, now Jesus prayed. Listen, only Jesus prayed. Martha and Mary did not pray. The people around did not pray. Only Jesus prayed. The people's act was to remove stone, not to pray. What does it mean? Sometimes in Nigeria, those who should be praying are the ones looking for stone to remove. And those who should be removing stone are the ones praying. It does not work. Or what it means is that some prayers we do over certain situations is a waste of time. Jesus told them, remove the stone. He didn't tell you to pray. Remove the stone that is covering your work is to remove the stone. He didn't tell them, cast and bind the stone out. Pray the stone out. Poverty in Nigeria cannot be cast, cannot be cast out. It cannot be declared out. It cannot be delivered out. Poverty in Nigeria is caused by stone holding the people in the grave of poverty. And those stones are in the presidency, in National Assembly, in government houses. The Lord is telling us, remove them. Stop praying about them, remove them. And how do you remove them? Remove them through election. When it's time for election, remove the ones that have not performed. And if you even make mistake and elect them, after 1 or 2 years, they are not performing. You can also remove them from peaceful protests. Occupy Aso Rock, occupy the National Assembly, occupy government houses until these stones that are holding people perpetually in poverty are removed. God is saying, remove them. This is the mistake of religious people. We go and gather people all the time from January to December, praying for job, for prosperity and breakthrough. Meanwhile, the people are supposed to be out there removing the stone. I think time has come when and then the body that is in charge of all Muslims, pastors, priests, bishops, religious leaders in Nigeria, time has come for us to organize one powerful crusade where both Christians and Muslims will come. And that crusade should take place in the Ego Square, in the National Assembly, in Aso Rock. Occupy the place. Bring the people out, everyone, let them go. And stay there, and the senators and the members of House and the presidents and ministers, let them go nowhere until they do certain things that they need to do. Or else, remove them. Make them to do what they're supposed to do, or else remove them. Time has come for us to do that. Let's stop every time gathering people to come and pray for breakthrough, whereas the stones have not been removed. Jesus did not remove the stone, no, and the people did not pray. So our positive actions sometimes are all that God needs. He will not do the miracle. We need to remove the stones in Nigeria, the stones that are blocking, or the stones that have held our people in the grave of penury, in the grave of poverty, in the grave of joblessness. I have told you where they are. It is time for Christians and Muslims to mobilize and go and remove those stones, irrespective of where they are, or who they are, or where they are coming from. We just learned that senators took delivery of exotic cars that they ordered. A country that cannot, we don't even know how many centers where COVID-19 victims can be treated. But our senators brought cars worth billions of naira. The defense that they have brought is that they ordered for the car before the outbreak. This virus broke out since last year. When they even budgeted money for that car, everybody was shouting. They still did not hear us. They went and ordered. I see them now. Money that would have been used to equip hospitals. Our leaders are using it to buy expensive cars. Where are they driving to? I don't know. Many of them are in Abuja. Their office is in Abuja. Where would they drive the jeeps to? Whether from Apo quarters to National Assembly. How many minutes? In US, with the largest economy, senators rent houses. They pay for their houses. But in Nigeria, you give them houses, you give them cars, you give them furniture, allowance, and all of that. These are the stones. So let's remove them. Let's remove them. Let's keep religion.
Yeah, you've had it all from him. You saw that was from Father Oluoma. He is one of the people I respect so much. He is saying it the way it is. And it is no time for us to keep folding our arms and praying that God will come down from heaven and fix your problem. God is not a contractor that constructs roads. Neither will he be the supplier that will supply medical equipment. It is the people in government that is ensuring that your life continue to be in misery. And one of the core responsibility, if not the number one responsibility of every government, is for the security of lives and property. If government failed in that aspect, it has failed in all. And now we are faced with insecurity all over Nigeria, bringing it down home in Southeast and the South. What are your governors doing? What are your governors doing? We saw the way they came up with so many emergency policies and programs to fight COVID-19. How many persons has COVID-19 killed in the whole of the Southeast and the South? Now compare it with the number of people that have died since March till now as a result of insecurity bordering around the activities of herdsmen. We are no longer talking about those who have died as a result of hunger. Those ones are not on record. Those who have died from preventable diseases, sicknesses that could be easily cured, but because they don't have access to good medical service or they cannot afford one in the private hospitals. Today, your children are at home. They are debating whether or not to open up the schools. They even cancelled WAEC, suspended it because of the spread of COVID-19. Yet they are carrying about their campaign in Edo with crowd of people. They don't even observe social distance because that one had to do with recycling their business and politics and continuity in their impunity. And the people will just be there clapping for them. That is the problem. While your children that are supposed to go to school are not going. Even the school that will even say that it has failed. They don't care about it. And that is what we're saying. The most important thing in life is to eat food. The worst thing that will happen to you is to be poor to the point that you can't afford food to eat. That is the climax. And we are getting to that point. And nobody seems perturbed. Oh no, na-eche na ife anụnwa na mmiri anyị na-eru mgbe ọ ga-ezo ọ ga-ama onye ọbụla maka onye ọbụla arụ. At this point, we expect our people, this is the third week we are here on air. We've been saying it on the social media. We understood that a lot of our people cannot even afford to buy phone, much more subscribing to internet. Then we've brought the program down to the radio station so that you can listen to it and be empowered with the right information. Demand for anti-open grazing bill to be signed into law. Do you know what that will do for you? It will stop those who are destroying your farmlands, those who are making food to be scarce and very expensive, those who are raping your women and killing your farmers. Go to farm settlements, they've all deserted. And yet you have governors, yet you have House of Rep members, yes, you have senators, yet you have state assembly members. And this is part of something that is on it's not something that the state government cannot legislate on. This is within their jurisdiction. Why are they not doing it? Why? The only thing that the ordinary man can hold fast, that this is what government have done that has direct positive impact on him and his family. The least they can do, sign this bill into law. Alibo Development Foundation, led by Professor Uzodimma Nwala. Professor Uzodimma Nwala led ADF have sent drafted copy of this anti-open grazing bill to all the Igbo-speaking states, their legislative house. And every day people are dying, losing their lives because of this. Children are going to bed hungry. And you say you have government. And we've been here to conscientize you, understand your fears. Oneputa ebuonya, equal ebuonya. Is that not it? But ask yourself the question, what kind of life are you living now? Is that the kind of life that you want for yourself and that of your children? Many of us are dreaming of American dream. If you say open the door, obodagu, everybody want to leave. American dream, they want to go to Europe. Some people are in a situation we have here. This hopeless situation that we are facing in this country. But yet, if you ask them to make the least sacrifice within the framework of law, simply demand for good governance from those that claim they are serving you. Nothing else is demanded from you. Come out and demand from your legislators and your governors to sign into law anti-open grazing bill. It is according to our custom and tradition. It is according to our norms and value as our people. You don't allow your livestock to graze in another man's farm. It is a sacrilege in Igbo land. We are not playing politics about this, and we are not being politically correct about this. Everything must not be politics. It is not about which party you belong to. It's not about which church you attend. It doesn't matter if you don't even attend church at all, because every one of us are affected by this. It is about humanity. It's about doing the right thing. It's about demanding that your government will be the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. We have called for people volunteer message to their communities, to their markets, to their offices. Let everybody be on the same page to demand for anti-open grazing bill to be signed into law. Say no to open grazing. It is a sacrilege in our land. It is pushing our society towards anarchy, total breakdown of law and order. I have been here. Go to social media. BVI Channel. I have access to internet on Facebook and especially on YouTube, so that you will see things for yourself. We are not propaganda. We are not here for conspiracy theory. We are here with facts, which you are direct witness. Tell me who have not witnessed or have not been affected by the activities of open grazing. Now we say people should call the number and start mobilizing their area. Start conscientizing your people to be making this demand. Go to those who are representing you in state assemblies, in Imo, in Abia, in Enugu, in Ebonyi, in Anambra State, Delta, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Cross Rivers, Edo. Demand for this, Bayelsa, demand for open grazing to be banned. It is not a rocket science. That is what we're talking about, and that is why we are here. Maybe in no distance I may not be hearing my voice, but know ye that this man, this voice crying from the center of the city of Anambra State here in Obosi at Odenibo FM, Asuzu Chinedu Peters had come to enlighten you on this. We have to go and occupy the government house. You heard the Reverend Father say, how I wish throughout yesterday that you are in church. You are bishops, archbishops, reverend fathers, pastors, and the rest of them are saying the same thing. By now, everywhere would have been in flames. The government would have known that the people have risen and they will be forced, mandated to do the needful. It's as simple as that. And very soon we'll be opening the lines for those of you listening to call in and express your opinion and tell us, tell the world, tell your government, because they are listening. Tell them your position. Tell them your feelings. Tell them how it is affecting you, the activities of open grazing. When we open up the lines remain 07019478850 or 07038155515. I'll call it again. 07019478850 or 07038155515. When you call, be brief. Go straight on point. Tell the world, tell your governors what you feel.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Thank you so much. I'm so much appreciate you, sir.
Your name and where you calling from?
This is Mr. Israel. I'm calling from Delta State.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Before I make my comment, my prayer for you, sir, is that this conversation and this program is started will last long, but because the problem we have been having in this part of the world is that we are a little while we see a leader rise up before you know they disappear. And the secondly, it's like our clergymen both this side. You have never seen any of them speak. You have seen Bishop Kuka from Kaduna or whatever speaking always. In fact, we are tired of this open grace. Not only we under siege, sir. We under siege. I'm praying God will to deliver us out of this country. We are living like a slave in this part of the country, sir. In fact, do you know that I'm physically impaired, sir? I have a farm. The little farm I made, the Fulani people, when they are grown seed, we cannot make a farming out of it. I'm talking to you, I cannot see. So I don't know what we do. They are not hearing us. We don't have a leader, sir. We don't have government in this part of Nigeria. In fact, I'm totally disappointed. In fact, we are fed up. Those so-called governors and senators are.
I don't. Are you hearing me? I think we've lost that. But whoever that is listening, are you still there? I don't think he's here again. Now, if you are listening to me, if you are angry enough, if you are saying enough is enough, that you are joining this campaign to say no to open grazing and mandate the government to sign this bill into law, call these numbers that I'm going to call out now. Very important. Call this number, especially after this program, and get on board the mobilization to say no to open grazing, because we are mobilizing 1 million persons in each state. Join the 1 million man march against open grazing to mandate the government to sign into law anti-open grazing bill. Call this number 0810 420 7522. I repeat, 0810 420 7522. Or you call this number 080 6098 2212. I repeat, 080 6098 2212. Call this number and be part of this march, because this is the survival of the people. Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning to you. Your name and your location.
Hello. Am I coming out here?
Yeah, you're coming out loud and clear.
Okay,
Your name and your...
My name is Abraham. I'm calling from Boss.
Go ahead, Abraham.
One thing I want to talk about, I understand every bit of your statement, and this is exactly what is happening in our society. The masses now is living in fear because of the government will ask the friend to come and kill them. That is, they say, that does not mean that we don't know what to do. But if someone was killed by this family, who is going to take care of the family? That is the fear in there. Now, I want to ask some questions. Can you put the man sign the grazing land whereby he is under oath for the Fulani Caliphate? That he will do whatever they ask him to do. That is that he also put the man people say cannot do it because he was appointed by the Fulani to be the representative at Imo State. So that is to tell who the man cannot be a part of that. But I want the fellow masses to stand up and do the needful. And the needful is this, what the Reverend Father said, that everybody will come out and go to the government house. If the retailers want, let them kill us. Are you ready to join
the open grazing, anti-open grazing mandate? If you are ready, call the numbers I've called so far and be mobilized. Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Sam. I'm calling from the fellow in Delta State.
Go ahead with your submission.
Sir, the point is that our governors are afraid. They don't want to talk so that they will not be offended to Mr. President. If you know what happened to what they call the governor of Edo State, I listened to one of his interviews concerning this Ruga something. And after when he had made that comment, the government stating that is the problem he's having with the APC today. And our governors are here know how to play anti-panky. They don't want to take to protect because of those things they need to give them. That's why they're hiding themselves. They all know that we are in trouble. I myself, I will send that group. Even if they kill us, let them kill us once for all. I will call your number. I would like to go and march to see the end of this story because what they are doing to us, if we cannot lose our life, we are not going to gain it. So we have to stand up.
Thank you very much, sister.
It cannot happen to the North. I'm telling you the truth.
Just call the numbers I called.
Always afraid. I will call your number.
0810-420-7522. Call that number and join the mandate. Thank you for calling. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, your name and where you calling from? Hello? I think you have to call that one. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Nduka calling from Mpo.
Ndoka from Mpo. Go ahead with your submission.
Yes. Please, I want to speak in my
Go ahead.
Okay, biko nwanne ana m ihe unu na-ekwu ihe unu na-ekwu dị ọ dị mkpa ihe nne ihe na-eme ihe anụ abụ na ndị be anyị ejikọrọ obi ọnụ okporo ego ka nọ mana ọtụtụ ihe a ka nkịta nọ ebe a mana onwe ụmụ ihe ndị ya agaghị nịgasị ihe amana ndị be ya gọọmenti ahụ etiri anyị anya na ọbụ na mụ na abụ m agbapụ fonu gị agba na achọrọ ịjọ nke ụka ahụ na-eme ọ dị mkpa ihe nne ọ bụrụ na jikọ obi aka obi ọnụ wee debe ihe anụnwa ọ ga-enwe isi ndị abụ ndị aba mmasị ha n'oche a enwere agwa ego ha esi na-achị agwa ọrụ ya agwa ihe anyị ga na-eme
Daalụ sọ. Daalụ. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from.
Ụtụtụ ọma.
Daalụ.
Abụ m na nnekwu na-aba aga.
Mannekwu nnọọ.
Ọ bụ ibe ị na-ekwu ife a. Ọ bụrụ na ada mmadụ ịtọ ma ọ bụ ịnọ wee soro wee na-eme isi ị na-akwụ eme ife ụbọchị ya ada mma. Maka na fa na ya gara ije. Fa na-atụ egwu, fa na-atụ anya. Mụnwa wee na-ajụ ndị a asị na fa bụ ọha na eze ndị Igbo. Sabụkwa ndị Igbo. Fa na-atụkwa ụzọ. Fa makwa ife na-eme n'ala Igbo. Kedu uru ọ ga na fa ala ebe ahụ? Wee na-ele anya ife niile dị n'obodo fa na-emebi. A na-egbu mmadụ. A na-emebi ike niile akọrọ akọ. Kedu uru ọ baara fa? Kedu isi ife akụkọ na ebe ahụ na-ese ndụ? O nwere onye ekwu okwu n'ọnụ ya. O nwere onye emegharị ahụ. Asị na ba bụ ọha na eze ndị Igbo. Mụ wee kwetara na ba bụ ndị Igbo. Maka gịnị? Mmadụ ahịa nọrọ ike ya na-emebi. Mụ nwa arụgoro na maka na-enwe ike isozi jee gogogogogbere. Kama na ife mmalụ bụ ife onye metara n'ụwa o ya esi ya na o ya eru oke na ụlọ ya.
Daalụ.
Maka gịnị? Ịchọghị
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you calling from?
How come this is waiting for
Go ahead with your submission.
I think I got people because
Ganiru.
because now because now I could have to in any city. No come on mother go to go now. Actually they can when they can now they can be like go. Because someone I know big chrono. I got them money to be easier. Can maybe shop in no na go involved. Maka ụka so akọntributu iji isi oyi ya n'obodo a na saịdị anyị a ndị ụka bishọp ka emezi igbo biko ka ọ ghara ije ọ bụla ebupụta anyị n'oge emenyere anyị ọkụ anyị na-ejeta afọ ya ụmụ isi IPOB okwukwe sọrị maka akọrọ na IPOB ụfọdụ na-enweghị ihe ite niile emenụ mgbe ndị IPOB jụrụ ibu onye ọbụla ife na-efe na anaghị ada agbaghapụ ya anọ ya bụ okwu obi a ete ọbụla na nke bụ nwa ihe ife mmekọtarụ onye ọbụla anyị chefuo ya bụ ebe ga amadị na famili ofe akụ azụ ndị bụ aka akwụsị ọ bụrụ na anyị ejighị ajụta ife anyị nwekwa ahụ na onye abụ onye Abakaliki onye abụrụ onye ka anyị jikọta aka ọnụ ananụ na bụ nọ ha abachago ụkpa ha n'ime ọnụ niile iwu onwe onye na-ezigbo ugbo ka ndị atụghị anya ụkpa
Okay. All right. Lalo. Now let me address these things quickly. Can continue no could be very important. Can you want to not on the same page? If I na-ekwu okwu ya bụrụ maka ịbụ onye Katọlik, ịbụ onye Anglican, ịbụ onye Pentecostal, ma ọ na-ịbụ onye omenala, ma ọ na-ịbụ nke nwanụ, ma ọ na ịnọ na grupu dị nke a, ma ọha na eze, ma ndị ọzọ dị iche iche, ma ndị na-agitate for nwere onwe, it doesn't matter where you belong to. Onye ọbụla dị involve. O nwere onye bịa na-agba ọkụ asị ka anyị butere ya mmanya wari ya ọjị ka ọ wee sonye tinye ọkụ na-agba na bie. Ndị ụkọchukwu, ndị isi ụka, mụ na bịa ekwugokwu okwu, ndị na-achịkọba isi ụka n'okpuru ọchịchị South East, ọwụwa anyanwụ, ọdịda anyanwụ anya, abịa ọwụwa anyanwụ anyị biko. Anyị etinyeghị isi, fakwadokwa. Kama na anyị na-ene anya na ba kịta anụnwa anyị na-ekwu okwu a, as at yesterday nyaa gara aga, n'ife anyị abụ isi sekpụ ntị a ga na-ekwu na-agwa ndị mmadụ n'ime ụlọ ụka. Ka ji n'ume kwadobe ije gwa gọọmenti, jee n'ọdọ ụlọ gọọmenti, gwa ndị na-ebe afọ unu anọkwa ibe na-eme a na-eme. Ọ ife anyị na-ekwu okwu, anyị na-ene anya na ndị nọ n'ụlọ ụka by now would have gone to their congregations and start speaking to them to get them out of fear. That is exactly what Father Oloma was saying here. I played it out. It is because our religious leaders, whom the whole hope have now fallen upon, since the government have failed, the people have turned all their hope in God. It is expected of religious leaders to direct and lead the people to the right direction. And the first step is not to pray devils. The devils and witches and wizards you are binding is right there in the government houses. They don't respond to speaking in tongues. They respond to you going to the government house and occupying the government house and demanding either they do your bidding or they will be removed from office. Enough is enough. All fear. Egu na tuona obona. Go to the social media and search for BVI Channel 1. Or you search my name, Asuzu Chinedu Peters. We are right here. We are doing, what am I living for? If I can't live my life and serve my people, if I can't live my life to add value to my immediate society, is this kind of thing I'm going to hand over to the next generation? We have given everything all. We have thrown in everything. We stick our neck out because we know that the only time the people can have salvation is when they are organized. And that is what we are mandated to do on that platform. If you're on Facebook, on YouTube, search BVI Channel 1 or search my name, Asu Chinedu Peters. The numbers to call to join this mandate remains 0810 420 7522. I call it again, 0810 420 7522. Or you call 080 6098 2212. I repeat, 080 6098 2212. Call those numbers and get involved. Do you have any person on the line? Good morning to you. Your name and where you calling from? All right, go ahead with your submission.
Hello? Hello?
Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing you now.
Go ahead. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Trevor. I'm calling from Ugosi.
Go ahead.
I support well. But the only who is a former correct. Because they mean the church leaders who go here. Because our leaders give the position. One of them have the fact you, but you always don't have. Because they were there for the first work against the enemy of the dying. After that, they're still finishing. They took the EFCC, the Advert, the tomato. I told you what I don't know what afford it. Because here they could have asked for your number. I would have been among them. Even the Facebook is BVI Channel 1. It's going down. Kind of master job. So I'm one of the supporters of this their program. This is my first time to have this on video. But you didn't put like in the well. Because this you never go there, get that.
Thank you.
I want to continue. I want to let's thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take another call. Hello? Hello? Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Francis. I'm calling from your Advert.
Go ahead with the submission.
Very happy with our discussion this morning.
Thank you.
What I'm submitting to this, many of our elder statesmen, they have assigned themselves from in the corridor of government. So for many things that are happening in the country, they are no longer care about it. So what I'm saying is, if we can, the masses can rise up and join this move, I mean, we will have a better trend on the issue.
All right, thank you very much. Hello? Hello? What we are talking about here is the people show. Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Can you hear me? We can cut that one off. Hello?
Hello,
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
my name is Brian. I'm calling you from Milan.
Go ahead.
Concerning what you are saying, sometimes it's not those leaders in the government house that are the fault. The followers that follow them are the main problem. Because, for example, now you give somebody.
You've lost that call. Hello? Sorry about that. You can call back. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Go ahead. Your name and where you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling you from. Okay, I don't know whether you're hearing me.
We can hear you and the world can hear you too.
Hello.
Go ahead. I
Hello.
think you can't get through. Sorry about that. You can call back later.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Can you turn down the level of your listening device?
I've done that. Thank you.
Go ahead.
My name is Francis. I'm calling from Oda.
Go ahead with your submission, Francis.
People in the church in the mother. All the land of Battery for the INF. They get this way for our Indian announcement yesterday. City put in the church. Every church entrance, you can share. Somebody by the church. Every one of our local, the church channel for a journal here. Everybody they want to know my church. And then announcement, project in fact. The Catholic Church yesterday, he made good for the content yesterday. I was during the pandemic. They were the media, but still had them there yesterday. That means the military chief here, the military chief, now who they would know about that, or we have one yes men in a court. So, about the whole process, no one to be today for that number. And that's why I'm going to start your police. Manager, when I was the boot, I am ready to thank you.
Thank you. Continue on this issue of getting the church involved. Agwagwo moon earlier na anyị na ndị ụka ndị isi ụka na South East akpọ kan South East nọ n'okwu a fakwenye vakwado mana anyị na-ene anya na va ya ebidogo by now the archbishops and bishops, reverend fathers, pastors and all the rest of them ibido kwubie na their pulpits. Nke abụrụ during election emepe door for politicians to come and convince the same people they made their life miserable in the last 4 years. This is not the time to open door for politicians. This is the time to open door for the truth to reach the people. And I want to say this categorically clear, that if your bishops and your church leaders are not saying it, go to them. Go to them. Tell them, are you part of this? I know that every one of you, majority of the people listening to the sound of my voice now, went to church yesterday. If you can go back to your church and tell your reverend fathers, your bishops, your pastors, and the rest of them, are you getting us involved in this? Are you not part of this, or are you not knowing that our people are dying of hunger? We need this, our people, to be part, or we need this church to be part of this mandate. When you make that demand from there, listen to them, act on their response. If their response is positive, then know you that they are serving the flocks. Or if their response is not positive, to end open grazing and supporting it, and also ensuring that their people are part of this. In fact, the people that will lead 1 million march to occupy government house is the bishops and archbishops. I've told them, if they are not leading it in front, I am not coming out, and the people will not come out. Let it be that they are the ones aligned with the people's anti-government to perpetuate this unholy act on the very flocks that have been handed over to them. So call this number. I'm going to repeat it again: 0810-420-7522, or you call 080-6098-2212. Let's take calls. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from. Be very brief.
I'm calling from Unewu.
Onyeka, you go ahead with your submission. Very brief.
What I want is, why don't this body go to every community, the Igwe, the chief people, so that the whole community, everybody will be involved. Like Anambra here will go to the main market or in the market, other places, tell the people there, on so day, there's not going to be market. Everybody must close. We are going to government house to this particular state. Not this more. We need more than 1 million people to. We need everybody, because this problem is affecting everybody in the Igbo land. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you calling from.
Here is my name. I'm calling from Manila.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead with the submission.
Okay. Can I give you some money this year? After I never score, I never pass mark for any level so far. If only anyone say again at all the churches, Gagwa, all the church leaders, for this match, let everybody stop going to church. Only I can ask for highest, where Alpha A1, 501. So look at the issue. I'm unable to control the society, the government, and the church. That's obvious. So now government is fail, Ghana. You forget. So I know what is going on now, that the church is saying, right. So about the church, you know what it is for this matter. Let everybody stop going to church. If you go to church, you are doing rubbish because God is not there. God is not answering your prayers. God is not in support of whatever thing you claim you do in the church. That is very clear. Okay, somewhere all the religious leaders during the times of for the Israelites. Father, I know physically and spiritually. Father, Israel, Papa, look at Israel, so at the end of this match, although that all the bishops, all the whatever they call themselves, after for this match, let everybody go back to his house and stop going to church.
Also. Hello? What the last person said is quite clear. And Obrontim Cantion, we have had it and you have had it all. What is expected of our people to do is to do the needful, live above their fear, because the greatest enemy of man is fear. And all Jano Wataku Negonde Bani me only new Quasimbao, Epta Ibuogi, Equal Ememinagi. We have to live above our fear. About our budget, all people make the needed sacrifice to let their children, generations unborn, have the kind of life you are going there to serve in order to have a piece of the kind of life they've made for themselves. And that is what we are here to do. We are not here, we are here to proffer solution to prevent an impending doom, an impending breakdown of law and order. Because what is happening in our society can break. We are not playing politics about it. We are not being religious about it. We are here to say it the way it is. And that is what we are known for. And that is why a lot of people are trooping on BVI Channel 1 on the YouTube, because that is where they get proper sensitization and equipping the people with the right information, because information is power. And that's why I thank Odedibo FM, because that is the only station I always listen to. Open up the mind of our people, open up the door of our people, and the opportunity for our people to speak out. And that is why you have to continue listening, because they said faith cometh from hearing. There is power in your hearing. What you hear defines and molds you. And that is why we encourage you to look out for BVI Channel 1 on the social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, any social media platform, and get connected with the right community, because we are pulling together a kind of society and community that will provoke the kind of consciousness that will deliver the freedom we seek: political freedom, economic freedom, social freedom, and spiritual freedom. We are under bondage, and we are only going to free ourselves, beginning with freeing our mind. Our mentality is under lock and keys. We have to break that chain, and that is the solution. Join this mandate. Say no to open grazing. That is where we are going to make our first stand and let the government know that we are serious. I appreciate the fact that the governor of Anambra State started sitting up the other time and declared that he's banning open grazing in schools. But that is not what we said. We are not demanding you to ban open grazing in schools. We are talking our farmland is in total disarray. Sign anti-open grazing bill into law. Enforce that law so that these things can be under control. You don't have people going to settle in our forest. They are not communicating with the society. You don't know how many of them. They enter into the community through the back door. They settle in the forest and attack vulnerable people, farmers. And that is why you have to join this open grazing. And let me tell you, CAN Southeast is involved. We are in touch with them. In fact, Professor Ozodem Mawala, the leader, the president of Alibo Development Foundation, is mobilizing the coalition of the civil society organization and that of the church to lead this protest. They have to be in front, then we will follow, because they are supposed to be the shepherds. And that is why we are saying, call the number 0810-420-7522, or you call 08060982212, or you search BVI Channel 1 or People's Restoration Movement on the Facebook platform. Join there, get yourself identified, you'll be mobilized, and you'll be added to the platform, because it's not everything that we are going to say here on the radio station. Search my name and stay Asuchino Peters until I come back next week, Monday, same time, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 noon, in order to bring this wonderful message of salvation and freedom to you. I'm signing out. Stay blessed and stay safe till I come back next time. Goodbye.